Well, my name is Mike. I haven't figured out if I'm going to call myself anything different. I'll be doing a couple picks for the UFC 69 Shootout card. Not the greatest card in the world, and really only two matches I'm interested in seeing, but you never know. Some fights can surprise you at times. A little bit of my background, done some MMA fighting, done some training, I've trained some people, so I have an idea of what I'm talking about. Not necessarily right, though. Alright, to the card, we have Tough 3 alumnus Josh Haynes versus Tough 2 alumnus Luke Kumo. This is a bit of a no contest to me. Luke is better on the ground than Josh. He's a better technical striker than Josh. Josh has a lot of heart, and he is rather strong. He's got KO power. He's got good wrestling, so I don't think Luke will take him down, but I think Luke will pick him apart standing, and this will move Luke hopefully to better things, because I'd like to see him fight some actual competition, which I haven't really gotten to see him fight, but we'll see. Second fight is also at welterweight. Marcus the Irish Hand Grenade Davis versus Pete the Secret Weapon Spratt. I'm going to pick Marcus Davis because I think he's got a better ground game than Pete, which isn't saying much. Pete has no ground game. I don't think Pete can finish Marcus on his feet, because Marcus is a former pro boxer, and I think can stand with him. I don't know if he can dominate the standing, but he has the option of bringing Pete to the ground and finishing there if he has to. At middleweight, we have Thales Leites versus Pete Drago Cell. Thales Leites I've seen fight only once, and it was against Martin Kampmann. He has a good chin, because Martin hit him with some palms and he didn't go down. He's supposed to have a very good ground game. He's against Pete Cell. I don't see him taking Pete down. I didn't see much in his offense against Martin Kampmann that led me to believe he can finish Pete. So I think Pete Cell will control this fight standing. I don't see him finishing Thales Leites, but you never know. Next up we have Brad Imes and Heath Herring in the heavyweight division. Heath Herring's coming off a very disappointing debut against Jake O'Brien. Brad Imes lost by submission to Dan Christensen. Brad Imes is a lot bigger than Heath Herring, and he is a very good athlete, but unfortunately I don't know how far his MMA skills come. Wasn't too impressed with him against Rashad Evans or Dan Christensen. Herring is a guy I have a lot of faith in. I think he can be a force in the heavyweight division, probably top 15 in the world or so. Maybe only top 20 now, but top 10 at one time. Heath, I think, will win this third round, TKO, KO, something like that. The first of the two fights I actually find interesting is a middleweight fight between Kendall Grove and Alan Belcher. I really don't know who's going to win this one, so I'm going to pick Alan Belcher. But it would not surprise me in any way if Kendall Grove won. Next is a 185-pound match, Yushin Okami and Mike Swick. A lot of people like Mike Swick. He is a good fighter. I'm not going to talk about him, but Yushin is one of the best in the world, I think, right now. He's better than Swick right now. I think his stand-up is good enough to hang with Swick. I don't think he'll beat him standing, but he's got good enough stand-up to hang with him. He can take him down, and I've not really seen Mike Swick stop a lot of takedowns. Mike Swick has that Swick team that he can try and catch Yushin in, but Yushin is, I haven't seen him get submitted, and I haven't seen him even close to being submitted, so I think he's going to take Mike down, and I think he's going to ground and pound him. And get a stoppage, maybe a decision. I'll give Swick some credit and say he's a decision. Josh Koscheck, Diego Sanchez at welterweight. I'm interested in this fight because it's a rematch of what was a pretty good fight on The Ultimate Fighter 1. I see Koscheck taking this one. I think he's improved more than Diego since the Ultimate Fighter 1. I think they both have improved more immensely. Neither has stand-up as far as I'm concerned. Diego's kind of getting praised for knocking out Joe Riggs, but more luck than anything else. I personally still don't think his striking is all that great, and Koscheck's isn't all that great. I think Koscheck, being the better wrestler, he'll take Diego down. I think his grappling has gotten better, and he won't be submitted by Diego. I don't think he'll submit Diego or finish him, but I'm predicting a decision win for Koscheck. Next we have Roger Huerta and Leonard Garcia. I'm not sure which it is. I haven't seen Garcia fight, so I'm going to pick Roger because he does impress me, and his only loss is apparently when he broke a jaw, so I'll give him a pass on that one. And the main event, welterweight championship of the UFC. One of the most lopsided welterweight matches for the title, I think, in history. George St. Pierre, Matt Serra. Matt Serra good on the ground. GSP's good on the ground. I don't think Matt will take GSP to the ground, and GSP will blast him standing. He's bigger, stronger, faster, much better striker than Matt Serra. Has better cardio than Matt Serra. And I think GSP will finish him relatively early. TKO, KO. I'll post what you think about my picks, my video. If you want me to post my picks again, whatever. Feedback is appreciated. Negative or positive. And I'll see you maybe when it's time for UFC 70. Bye.